Tanner Houck was recently hit in the face during a game. He was struck by a pitch, leading to a considerable gash. Though the injury was serious, Tanner was fortunate to have received immediate medical attention. As it turns out, the ball had impacted his right cheekbone, causing a deep cut. After medical personnel had dressed the wound, it was determined that no further treatment was necessary. Despite the pain, Tanner kept playing the rest of the game. In addition, he was lucky that it did not cause any eye or jaw damage. The gash did not require any stitches, either. It was clear that the injury was quite painful. Nevertheless, Tanner appeared to be in high spirits, staying positive even in the midst of this difficult situation. To his credit, Tanner's teammates were remarkably supportive. They did their best to ensure he received all of the medical attention and care he needed. As it turns out, the bleeding was stopped relatively quickly. Nonetheless, further medical care was required in order to seal the wound. Eventually, Tanner was able to return to the game. Once again, his resilient attitude shone through and he continued strong. Despite the injury, he was able to play with minimal discomfort. His commitment and dedication clearly created a positive vibe in the team. Tanner certainly set an example for his teammates, as he refused to be discouraged by the physical pain. This kind of attitude is something we should all try to emulate. As can be expected, the ball which struck Tanner was immediately removed from the game in order to prevent it from being used a second time. As time progressed, the gash began to heal. This was thanks to the prompt medical attention which had been provided. Unfortunately, Tanner was still subject to swelling for a few days following the incident. Fortunately, it ultimately subsided as the weeks passed. Through all of this, he was able to find strength and stay motivated. His team had rallied behind him, providing moral support throughout. Although getting hit in the face is never pleasant, Tanner was thankful to have avoided major long-term injuries. With time, the gash faded, and he was able to continue actively playing. Tanner still recalls the incident even today. He is reminded of his resilience and courage every time he looks in the mirror. For Tanner, the injury was more than just physical. It was an emotional obstacle which has stayed with him and taught him some valuable life lessons. After all was said and done, it was clear that the incident had indeed taken a physical and psychological toll on him. Thankfully, medical attention was quick to arrive, avoiding any further complications. Following the incident, Tanner was back on his feet and back to his usual self. His positive attitude and determination ultimately allowed him to recover. Although he had suffered some bumps and bruises, he remained firm and steady. Ultimately, he managed to brush off the incident and come out relatively unscathed. Tanner's game may have been interrupted, but it was not derailed. As days passed, his cut healed and he was able to move forward with his career. All in all, Tanner is lucky to have come out of the incident relatively unscathed. Most importantly, his spirit and determination remained strong throughout. His team was also glad to have him back in action. They knew how important he was to the team, and were grateful for his quick recovery. When asked about the incident, Tanner remains positive even today. For him, it was a lesson in resilience and perseverance. As a result, other players and teams have also been inspired by his story. It has become a testament to the power of the human spirit despite adversity. Even in the face of injury, Tanner's commitment to the game was never forgotten. Without a doubt, this is something to be admired and praised.